Tryke. So can you tell us a little bit about what your company does?
So, hi, I'm Tryke Gutierrez, the CEO of Tier 1 Entertainment. We see ourselves as a new media company around gaming and esports, basically. So, for one, we have a team called Blacklist International, which is the top 3 most watched esports team in the world. We also are the only Southeast Asian organization that participated in the Esports World Cup that happened in Riyadh last year. On top of that, we represent multiple influencers in the space with, I guess, a total of 700 million in combined following, and we have 1,300, influencers that we represent in the whole of Southeast Asia.
So with your business, how do you incorporate technological advancements such as AI and blockchain into your system?
I think the way we see ourselves is more of a community-driven marketing machinery where we help, tech and generally like platforms to help introduce their products into the market, because I think nowadays, right, influencers is such an important piece of marketing, and at the same time, a lot of like community driven activities are necessary for people to really get involved and understand what you're trying to put out there. So I guess for us it's more of like we are the arms and legs in getting your word out there, and yeah, I think most of them are our clients technically.
Any kind of specific tools that you're using to ensure that you're able to successfully execute the mission and goals of your company?
Obviously, I think for us, like we were in Web3 early on, being part of the Philippine Blockchain Week next week. We utilize a lot of like obviously like the financial aspects of Web3 from like receiving money in USDT.
Right.
We're also partnering with some NFT partners where we kind of like have the art pieces of our influencers into like the exchanges that are out there in terms of Web3. In terms of AI, from ideation to delivery, I think there's a lot that has changed because of AI. So whether it's like creatively ideating some storylines or like figuring out some creatives with the new AI tools that are out there. And I think what's really beautiful about what AI did is it will really truly accelerate delivery, reporting, and a lot of other things in the future. And I think what's really exciting for me is the concept of virtual influencers, because I'm not sure if you've seen, but like AI now is capable of creating an AI influencer that can potentially be more popular than a regular person, right? So
Right.
I mean that's something that's very interesting to me.
I've heard in other opinions that human interaction is still the most preferred. So in your case, you beg to differ that opinion. But what do you think are the challenges with using AI? Are there any challenges that you faced, and how do you address these challenges?
I mean, I think at the end of the day, it's always adaptation, right? Being in the gaming space for a long time now, I remember when we started out the company in 2017, as a talent management, people were like, why are you doing talent management in gaming when there are no opportunities in the first place? And then gaming is such a bad, has a bad stigma that everybody was like, we're not going to get into that. It looks bad, it looks violent, it looks this. And I feel like, 8 years after, like today, like gamers are so mainstream, esports is already in the Olympics, like a lot of like the gaming influencers that we have now are almost mainstream celebrities, right? So I think generally the first challenge is always the resistance to adapt. But eventually, if you have the right, triggers or like the right people around you or like the right marketing machinery, and on top of that, if the utility is really there, where the ease of life gets better because of that technology, I think it's inevitable for something to, to be accepted in the mainstream.
Thank you so much for that insight, Tryke. Thank
Sure.
you.
Thank you.